Assembling this acrylic box. Here's one that I already made, acrylic box. So when I cut these, I'll cut the box 5 inches longer than it needs to be. Then I cut 2.5-inch strips off, and they're already the length they need to be, so I don't have to worry about measuring and cutting these to fit. Then once I glue these down, I'll take the longer strips and measure them, because that way I can get an exact measurement. I've screwed them up if I pre-cut them. So I'll take it, hold it on the edge, squeeze your bottle, then when you flip it over, nothing leaks out. And you just put a little bit of glue right there on the end. Actually, it's called resin bond, and it melts the two plastics together. So then I like to hit both ends with a little bit of the resin bond and let them dry. It takes about 3 minutes. After it dries, my table is not so level, so I got some, I have these to shove under the edge to tighten up the gap, and then I can glue down the center. And then after I get the center glued, I'll glue the whole strip. Work my way, I'll do the other side. And then after I get the other side glued, I can measure the sides. Top and bottom are glued, so now I take a side piece, set it in there, press it against the top or bottom, I don't know what it is, and then I'll draw on the inside or mark a line. It's important to leave the line when you make your cut. I've learned. These long strips, just like the short ones, you glue the ends and just let it sit until the ends harden up, and it doesn't take long. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes maybe. If it's colder in the shop, it takes a little longer. And every time I glue an edge, I'll run this down the previous edge. Gives you something to do while you're holding it. Just some light coats as you're working it all the way around. You just keep doing that. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a gap. You can definitely see a gap down here. So I have this little wedge. This is it's actually a vinyl applicator that I cut to use for Bondo. I guess it could be a Bondo applicator, but I'll slide this underneath, and then it'll get rid of my gap so I can glue it. And then I work my way back and forth till the gap's tight, and then glue all the way down it. It's all sealed down good, so I'm gonna glue the whole edge. Just go slow. As you're doing this, you can see it fall right into the crease. Go up your edge, down the ends again. Every layer, and then my final layer is going to be thick glue. I just keep this stuff dry. It's water thin. It evaporates pretty quick. The box is built. Final thing is gussets. You put these in the corners the way it's going to hang. Also, I use on the residential signs, most of the time, especially the bigger ones, I'll use 1/8-inch plastic. It's a lot lighter. Easier to move around. So you just squirt some glue on, hold it in the corner. And then I go down the edge. And 7 times.